Hi, I'm Mrs. Moss.
And I'm Caitlin Moss.
And we're going to help you see how you can help your child learn their Word Journeys words at home. Tomorrow, your kid will be bringing home their first Word Journeys list, and it will look something like this. Every kid is going to be on a list that fits their personal spelling needs. So the list that your child is working on might not be the same as a list their friend or a cousin of theirs is working on. So this list, at the top of them, there will be the spelling patterns that the list focuses on. So here I've got the list that Caitlin will be receiving tomorrow from her teacher. Her spelling patterns for this first week are going to be words that start with D, words that start with dr, and words that start with j. At first, you might think, well, why j and d? That's really easy, but kids get D, dr, and j confused often. So that's why these patterns were all put together in a list so that they can focus on the differences in those words. So when your kid brings home their spelling paper, you'll have them cut it all apart, making sure that you definitely keep track of the spelling patterns that are at the top. And then you can have them sort them at home. So Caitlin, one of your first words is, can you read that word?
Drug.
So which pattern would drug go under?
By the D.
Ooh, look again.
D-R.
Okay. What about this one? Can you read that word?
Dot.
Okay, where would dot go?
That one goes by the D.
Okay. What about this word?
Job.
Where would job go?
Right here.
Okay. What about this word?
Jeep.
And this word?
Drag.
So you'll continue doing that for all the words that your child's brought home. And then there will also be the word wall words that are listed, and those words won't fit any of the spelling patterns that the rest of the words are focused on. So when you get to the word wall words, you're going to put them in their own category. We'll call it the oddball category. Sometimes the list that your child brings home will have a category labeled oddball. Sometimes they won't have this label. But you just know that every week you're going to have at least the word wall words that go into that oddball category. So, Caitlin, let's sort some of your word wall words, too. Here's one of our word wall words for this week. Can you read that word? Where would that go?
Oddball.
Okay, what about?
C.
Where would that
Oddball.
go? What about this word?
Duh. Oddball.
Okay, and then again, you continue that for all the words that are on your child's list. Keeping in mind that the end goal at the end of the week is not necessarily that your child has memorized all the words on this list, but that they have internalized the spelling patterns they're working on. So on Friday, when we assess the words, they won't necessarily be given words that were on the list that came home. They're going to be given words that fit the patterns of the list that came home. So, for instance, you can see here on this list that Caitlin has sorted so far, on her test on Friday, she will not get the word dot. Her teacher might give her the word dip. So, Caitlin, how would you spell the word dip?
D-I-P.
Okay. And to assess the dr pattern, her teacher won't give her the word drag or the word drug. Her teacher might give her the word drip. How would you spell the word drip?
Well, first of all, this is just like a list, and how you spell drip is D-R-I-P.
Okay. And then to assess the j pattern, her teacher won't give her the word job or the word jeep. She might give her the word jet. Caitlin, how would you spell the word jet?
G-E-T.
Ooh, think about that again. Think about that first sound.
J-E-T.
Okay. So hopefully this has given you some ideas of how you can help your kid with word journeys at home. If you did this sort that we just did here on Monday, then on Tuesday you could do the sort again, and then you could time your child on Monday and then time them on Tuesday and see how much faster they got the next day. You could also look for examples of these words and words that fit this pattern in books that you have at home. And then on Friday, on Thursday, before the spelling test on Friday, you could give your child some practice words that fit the spelling pattern, but are not words that were on the list that came home on Monday. If you have any other questions, please ask your child's teacher. We can't wait to see our kids grow in spelling through word journeys. Thank you.